In this video, we are going to discuss about a program, and that is actually a video on demand. So video on demand means one of our subscriber, Mr. RJ, he asked us to make a video on a program where the user will be entering the two sides of a triangle and the one angle, and then how will you find the other features of the triangle. So suppose this is our triangle and I name it as ABC. This is the general rotation. Vertices of the triangles are always represented by capital letters ABC, and the sides opposite the vertex is represented by small letter, and that is actually the side of the triangle. So opposite capital A, like the opposite angle A, we have a side small a, and opposite vertex B that represents angle B, we have a side called small b, and then opposite angle C, we have a side called small c. Then three possible rules are there which can help us. One is called the sine rule, that goes like that: the sine A upon A and sine B upon B equal to sine C upon C. This always bears a constant ratio. And the next one is cosine rule, that is cos A equals, so cos A means which two sides are holding this angle, is B and C, so it's written like B square plus C square minus what is side just opposite that is A square, so it is A square upon 2, again product of the sides which are holding the angle, 2BC. Now if I go for cos C, then I can find cos C is A square plus B square minus C square upon 2AB, and cos B equal to A square plus C square minus B square upon 2AC. Then we are also going to use a relation called the pi radian is 180 degrees, because in Java we will be using the math.sine or rsine functions. They take the radian values, and the radian value is a real number, but the general common user understands the angles in terms of the degrees. So every time we have to convert this degree into radian. So this, you see that the 1 degree is pi over 180 radian, and 1 radian is 180 over pi degrees. So this we are going to use. Now there is one technical problem, because when we create a class, then that class is the blueprint of the trouble or the questions what we are having right now. So here the program, the user asked me to make a video that the user will be entering two sides and one angle. Now the question is that what he enters, does he enter side A and side B and angle C? If he does this, like if he enters the sides AB and the angle which is in between them, then our job is much more easier, because we can directly use this area methods or the other methods to calculate. So every object will be one instance of the question. Now slowly I'll go and explain all that, but just now let me come back to coding, and here I create a class called triangle. Okay, then inside I have int A, int B, and better we make double, because there will be chances of losing data. Double A, or better let it remain int only. Why? Just let's check. A programmer should always experiment. So int A, int B, int C, and you can also convert the angle in doubles like double A, B and C. So we have taken 3 angles, but we have only 2 sides and 1 angle. So what I do that I create a constructor, so public triangle, and then here I pass int AA comma int BB comma int CC. Then I'll store this value A as AA, B as BB and C as CC. Now I need to make this double, otherwise there will be error. Double. So I better make it as A because the order is important. So means I'm just assuming in this case that user is entering small a, small b and the small a, small b and capital this. If I take this small c, then I can use the cosine rule, but I need to find this c. Then how can you find this one? So using this I can find the area of this triangle, and the area of the triangle from all sides. Area of the triangle is what? Area of triangle is half AB sine C, AB sine C, half BC sine A, or half AC sine B. So this is area of triangle, but we are assuming that the user is entering A, B and capital A. So now I will use this relation to find sine B. Then what is sine B? You see, sine B is B sine A upon A. So I use that. So first public void cal. Is cal is the short form for calculation, and then I will need to import java.lang.math. Okay, and then inside this cal I will use this function because I have A, I have B, I have capital A. So sine B is B sine A upon small a. So B into sine A upon A. Now this is math.sine, and I told you that this one takes a double value. So the best way is that when we take the angle from the user, at the same time I'll convert this into the radian, and then I'll pass this one into here double form, so that will be much more easier. So now b dot math a divide. So now what does this give? This give you a double value, so double temp. And this temp is what does this temp contain? This temp contains the value of sine B. And if you have studied trigonometry, then you know that if the sine B's value is known, like sine B's value, then the B is sine inverse value. So I will simply go and do like that B equal to math.arc or sine and temp. So this also takes, now here the B is giving me the value in radian, so our B here is radian. So if I want to represent this B as like you can see that B is in radian, right? Then A already we have, but A we are taking the A from the user and we already convert this into the radian. So A is also radian, B is also radian. Now what is C? C, you know that sum of angles of a triangle in terminologies of the radian is called as pi. So sum of angles 180 degree or the pi radian. So C is math.pi minus A plus B. So this function will convert this thing in this one. Now if you want to see, then I can make a function like that will be public void show degree. So this function will simply convert all the angles in the degrees. Now how? So system dot out dot println, and then I write angle A equals then plus, and we have the A in degrees, and here we have the notation that the radian should be converted into degree if you multiply it by 180 divided by pi. So I write A into 180 divided by math dot pi. So it is done. So this is your angle A. Same thing I can do here. Control V, Control V. So this is my angle B, and this is my angle C, and this is B, and this is C. So now I go back into the control just to check this part. So here I have already created the scanner class, and then I need some double values and some sides. So the int x comma int y comma int z, or I can write in one line only, int x comma y comma z, and double angle. So here when the user enter the side A, then we write x into next int, because the sides are integer values. So int A. Now I simply copy and paste it 3 times, 2 times, because in one time I have to take the side B, and this I'll put back in integer y. Then this here I write angle A, and then this I put back in ANG. So angle ANG is a double value angle, and this angle is now here needs to be double. Then the angle is coming here because user is entering this in degrees. Here also I mentioned enter the angle in degrees. Okay, now I convert this ANG degree into ANG equal to ANG into math dot pi divided by 180. So this ANG has become the normal radian value. Now I create the object of the class triangle equals new triangle, and then I pass 2 sides x, y, and ANG, and then first I need to call this function calculations cal. So this one is triangle dot cal, and then triangle dot, what is the name of other function, show degree, triangle dot show degree. Okay, now let me run. So what I do that in this condition I try to add a equilateral triangle, because I can justify it easily whether the things are working nicely or not. So I'll simply angle 2 sides I can enter as same sides, and the one angle I can enter as 60. Then I expect that all other angles almost 60, so I can judge this immediately. Okay, so here enter a side, I take the side as 6 centimeter, second side is also 6, and the first angle is 60 degrees. Now here you see that you are getting the angles perfectly correct, but since there is some data discrepancies, because the 60, when you convert this in the pi, so it goes like 60.000001, so you can round it off to 60, and the 59.99999, and then this is 69 from this one. So all this is working perfectly fine. Now we have to calculate because two sides are known, all the three angles are known. It means only third side we are more interested in knowing. So here, since it is working nicely, so inside this calculation also I can use the idea for the calculation of the side C, that is this one. How to calculate the side C? Side C, and then the side C, you can use it like this. You can, because I have two sides already have, so I can find this C here. Let me use this red line for this, and then if I put the C there, then C goes here, and this becomes B sine C. So B sine C upon sine B. This will be the value of side C. So side C is B sine C upon sine B. So now I go into the coding. So small c equal to B sine C, B into math dot sine, and B sine C. Let me check it again. Okay, B sine C. So C is already double value. You don't have to worry about that. Divided by sine B. Sine B. And that should be math dot sine B. So C equal to B into math dot. Okay, but that's saying this needs to be typecasted, so I convert this into int and put all these things in bracket. Then the C will be converted into, this is called typecasting. Now I simply copy and paste all these just to check small sides A, B and C. So it's this is just A. This bracket also is not required. This is bracket B. And this is bracket C. So now let me run the code. So I entered the site as 6, 6 and 60. Okay, now this round off, you see, it's because of, if like 5.999 is rounded off, that's why you are getting these answers like 5.